Welcome everybody to Hyde Camp Stadium, home of the Warriors, and we actually did the Huber Heights Ball Club last week, Dwayne, as they defeated Moeller. But the interesting thing in tonight's matchup is we see in the Division IV, Reading comes in as number 2, Coldwater is number 3. The records are reflective, 11-0. I mean, you got to talk about two programs that got it all together this year. These two ball clubs have it all, and they're clicking on all 8 cylinders.
Well, Dave, one thing after tonight, one of those records isn't going to stand anymore. It's going to be 11-1 or 12-0. So
you check that out. You know, Reading over West Milton last week. I believe that was 26-8. And you see Coldwater beat Springfield Northeast 54-12. So the interesting thing tonight is that I believe Coldwater runs the same type of spread offense that the Blue Devils do. And you know, this is kind of the old adage in basketball. If you're a team that likes to press, you don't do well under the press because you can't handle it as well. And I got a feeling.
Well, I disagree with some of that though, Dave, because you practice against these same guys all week, and you know, Reading obviously is probably when their defense is going against the offense is going against the spread offense. So I look for it to be a real good chess match. I look for the guy that makes the coach that makes the best adjustments is going to wind up winning this game tonight, especially when you have an evenly matched and similar ball club. The guy who makes the adjustments is going to come away with it, and the team that makes the least amount of turnovers and mistakes is going to wind up winning this game.
Well, they line up, set for the kickoff. Reading will do the chores. Kick's going to be fielded. Raul, a couple guys muffed it. They're going to end up falling up right at the 21-yard line. So a little miscommunication, Dwayne, right out of the chute.
And Dave, with a short kick like that, they'd have had a nice return. They'd have had that ball back at least at the 40-yard line if they catch that ball in the air. They got to make that catch and get up there. Shake off these jitters. Just play it like it's another game.
Well, we see the starting quarterback, Tony Pike. He'll also be splitting time with number 8, Adam Caldwell. We'll check out the rest of the offensive unit after this first play from scrimmage. Blue Devils line up, as we said, in that spread formation. They're going to run a little misdirection, triple misdirection.
Reverse pass, he's open.
Wide open. Oh, just over the hands of the intended receiver.
Well, he quit running. I think Lasinik thought he was going to outrun the pass, and he got himself set up to make the catch. Got the defender behind him right where he wanted, but he stopped in his pattern, tried to jump for that ball instead of just keep running. If he runs underneath that ball, that's 6. That's Gandhi.
We see the guard, Tim Donor, along with Callahan. Your center is Hutzel. The tackles are Poe and Von Bargen. See Justin Haynes, Lasinik, and Blevins in the backfield. Fires out, catch is made. He's across the 35-yard line, close to the 40. They'll mark him at the 39. Good enough for a Blue Devils first down.
Well, Dave, the biggest mismatch I see thus far is it looks to me like Reading has a big advantage in the trenches, especially in the middle of this field. So I look for some quarterback draws, maybe a couple runs up the middle. If not a quarterback draw to the up back.
Pike once again from the shotguns, got trips to the near side of the field. He'll drop back and look. Fires across the middle, catch is made. Trying to scramble for a couple extra yards, little or nothing there. Forward progress puts him at about the 48-yard line.
Well, Dave, what I like so far is they're taking what they're giving them. They're playing that soft zone. It looks, you know, they're backing off, giving them that nice little 7-8 yard receptions underneath.
Coldwater's defense stands up like this on the defensive line. Alig, Aarons, Uhlenhake, along with Hewer. The linebackers, Gillis, Gerlach, Homan, and Motor. And your defensive backs are Hoying, Canning, and Wellman.
Oh, blitz.
Back to pass, got a man, but he got hit. Overthrow that.
He got hit. Number 30 came blitzing in from that corner, and he was not picked up whatsoever.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 situation for the Blue Devils of Reading. We're still scoreless with 10:43 to go here in the first quarter. Blue Devils on their first possession of the football tonight. They break. They'll send 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. A running back poised to the left. He gets the football straight up the middle. He's got some running room to the outside. 35, 30, 45, and run out of bounds close to the 20-yard line.
Adam Blevins, if he could have just turned his man just a little bit, he kept pushing him, but he stayed with him, stayed with the block. But if he could have just turned his man, that's 6. That's gone.
Well, check it out. You were calling for that draw all night long, and there it was.
Well, they're blitzing. They're blitzing from the corners.
Justin Haynes.
And again, there's a big mismatch with this Blue Devil line against these guys up in the front, and they're just beating them off the ball.
It's a first down and 10 just outside the 20. They're going to roll Pike out, fires it out in the flat, catches made by Blevins, turns the corner inside the 10, inside the 5, and close to a touchdown, but it's going to be stopped about a couple of yards short.
Well, David, I like what Kenny Miner's doing so far. Coldwater decides they're going to blitz that corner every time. They're going to leave those flats wide open. He rolls out, lets somebody pick up the blitzing corner, leaves his receiver wide open for a big gainer.
Well, they're a yard away from catching pay dirt right here. They'll bring him in tight. 2 tight ends, full house backfield. The give over the right side is good for a touchdown.
He's in.
Wow, just as quick as that. John Gertz takes it in from a buck out.
All year, these Blue Devils are able to score and put up some numbers very quickly.
Gertz went literally unscathed. Nice blocking up front. I mean, once he got to the end zone, he was in. They tried to turn him back, but forget about it.
Look at the
Gertz
bubble. That
in.
line is producing that bubble, and that's what we're looking for when you're coaching that offensive line. Move that bubble.
Connor on to attempt to point after. His kick is up. It's through the up thigh.
Whoa!
It's good.
Whoa!
Connor, one of the best foots. If I got to give out a game ball for a kicker all year long, it's got to be that young man. We got 10:06 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 is your score. The Blue Devils on top of Coldwater, and we'll go down and check with Gary on the sidelines.
Dwayne's right down here. You can definitely see the size advantages on Reading on the offensive line. The one thing I like so far is that Pike's in a comfort zone. If you've noticed, there's no happy feet. He drops back, he's looking, he's throwing the ball on time, and he's taking the short stuff like Dwayne said. Take what they give you because it's there. Plus, they're going to get man-to-man coverage because twice I've seen man-to-man coverage on the wideouts. If the man-to-man coverage, Reading's going to have a big offensive night if they can have that all night long.
Well, Coldwater's decided that since they don't have the defensive line to put the pressure on Pike, they're going to do it with blitzing. And when you sacrifice and go to blitz, you better get there. And they're not. Pike has got way too much time back there, and he's picking to the pieces.
So we got 10:06 to go here in the first quarter. Reading scores on their first possession as they get set to kick it off to the Cavaliers of Coldwater. Connor puts a foot into it, a nice foot. It's going to drive him all the way back to the goal line, drops the football. And they're actually going to say he was in the end zone, Dwayne, and I don't know about that. He looked like he fielded that ball in front.
He stepped back into the end zone.
Yeah. So I don't know if I agree with that or not, but nonetheless, they'll have it 1st and 10.
Pretty heads-up play by a youngster out there to know where he's at, and because Reading was coming with that coverage, they was going to pin him back in there deep.
Well, they've got it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and once again, we said spread offense. They're going to roll out. Quarterback keeper tries to turn the corner, and he's going to run out of bounds when he may have picked up a half a yard on the play.
Well, he's a big kid back there, quarterback, but
as we see, we were talking about the quarterback, Kevin Hoying, and we see the right guard, Rob Wenning, along with Alick, Hay, Ewan Lake, and Hewer on the offensive line. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Motion goes to the far side of the field. Keeper, and he's going to be stuffed. He may have picked up 2 yards, Dwayne, but Reading did a heck of a job of spying him and setting him down.
Well, they've got somebody on him, and it looks like It looks like they're trying to use him a lot as a running quarterback.
On the defensive line for the Blue Devils, Wilson along with Witt, York, and Hopkins.
You got to love a guy with the name of Bubba.
The linebackers, Carpenter, Packer, and Kraling. And your defensive back, Gertz, Connor, Magus, and I believe that was Adam Calder. 3rd down and long, 8. They're going to roll out to the far side, looking down the field. Looks back to the middle, fires the ball well down the field, over the head of the intended receiver at about the 50-yard line.
I didn't understand that at all. They had
looking
nobody.
For Dan Caney, but
they had nobody on a short pattern. They had everybody trying to go deep. They had nobody at the sticks. They had not one receiver out of 3 at the sticks. I don't know what they're doing. And Reading was back looking for it. Everyone was well covered. The middle of the field was nice and soft, but they don't go to it underneath.
So that's going to bring up our first punt opportunity of the night. And Andy Motor will be the man to punt. Back deep to receive should be Gertz. Kick is up, it's away. It's a short one. It's going to come out of bounds.
They're going to have that about the 40. Inside the 40.
They marked that. Yeah, it's going to be 39. The 39-yard line. So
it's been all Blue Devils so far here, Dave. The adjustments, Coldwater better make some adjustments quickly because, if they're going to keep up with this, it's going to be a long night for them.
Motor shanks one off the side of his foot, goes out at the 39-yard line of Coldwater. Now the Blue Devils knocking on the door once again in that spread formation.
What I like, Dave, they come right to the line. They're not giving Coldwater no chance to get set up or do anything.
It's like they're looking for a blitz up the middle. Here they come. They roll Pike out, fires out in the flat. Blevins has got the football, picks up about
he's
7,
hard,
still up.
Jeez, Pete.
Nice job right there by Mr. Blevins to try to pick up a couple of extra yards. As he picks up 7 on 1st down, he'll bring up a 2nd down and 3.
Well, Dave, if they keep blitzing, if they blitz those middle linebackers, look for a nice little drag pattern from this wide out over here, dragging across the middle. There's nobody left there to cover.
They got like that middle screen, anything right there in the middle of the field.
Right.
It'll be 2nd down and 4 as he only picked up 6 on the play. Oh, direct snap to the halfback, picks up enough for the 1st down. Justin Haynes.
That's one of my favorites.
Direct snap.
That's one of my favorites in my playbook. We run it at least once a game. They never look for it.
You never told me how you did in Kokomo.
Oh, we got beaten Kokomo.
Oh.
We had a heck of a game, and what a great group of guys up there. Good hospitality. That's the way semi-pro football's supposed to be. My quarterback forgets his shoulder pads. They let him set of shoulder pads. So what more can you ask for there? The only thing I can ask for is my quarterback not to forget his shoulder pads on a 4-hour trip.
Drops back, fires
there
out.
It is, there it is.
Made, looking to the inside of the field. He's inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Johnny Barber there makes a nice little catch. On a comeback pattern, he does exactly what he's supposed to. He comes back.
He turns, and after he makes the catch, he turns to the inside of the field. He's looking for a receiver to make a block, and he got the block and picked up another 5 yards.
Well, on the comeback pattern, what guys don't realize is you got to keep coming back till you get the ball. You cut down the space of its opportunity to be picked off.
So now it's 1st and 10. The ball's going to be spotted right at the 15-yard line. False start, on the right end, the right tackle.
Number 78.
Nick Poe.
Nick Poe.
Boy, he got up on his haunches. He tried to stop.
He was ready. He was ready. I'll tell you where they was coming. They was going to run a little inside sweep around this side here because he was trying to set up for that seal block on the defensive end.
A little too anxious was Mr. Poe. So with the 5-yard penalty, he moved the ball back to the 20-yard line.
It looks like the Cavaliers
1st down and 15.
Are dropping out of that, or trying to drop out of that blitz package.
Yeah. Looking downfield, heavy pressure, and he's going to be snowed under right at the 30-yard line.
Well, Reading was trying to go for too much there. Again, look, nobody in short patterns out there. They run a little short drag across the middle. All he's got to do is loop that there's nobody there. That time the Cavaliers hid their blitz package and came with a little bit of a delayed blitz. Linebacker stayed at home and then just came up and got a nice little rushing lane.
So now all of a sudden, that 1st and 15 turns into about a 2nd and looks like about 25. Snap. Looking downfield, catches a man crossing. That ball's tipped. Did it hit the ground? No, they're going to call it incomplete. I didn't know if he came up with the pick or not.
Boy, that was you know, he made
Ross
a
Holman almost made a great interception there, but that ball just skipped the ground before he was able to scoop it up.
Tony Pike made a bad decision there. He sees this guy crossing, but he doesn't see the safety coming over.
So now, Dwayne, it brings up that ever-present third and 25. And the thing of it is here, you got a great kicker, but gosh, you got to pick him up at least 5 or 7 yards on this play to feel comfortable with it. Here comes the blitz from the outside. Pike fires it out, looking for a man. Blevins out of his hand.
It hits him. You got to make that catch. It's playoffs, baby. You got to make that catch. It was right where it was supposed to be.
Right there, looked like Pike was the only man that got a hand on it, but it was unable to bring it in.
The defender shielded him a little bit. But,
and the blitz from the left side, from the corner coming at him, Pike was able to get the football away. Just over the head. Oh, right there.
You got to make that catch. That's 6. The defender was toasted. All he could do was throw his hands up.
And now it's a 4th down and 25, and the Blue Devils elect to go for it once again in that spread formation.
I like this. I like
this. Left, swings to the right. No back in the backfield, looking downfield. Steps up, fires it down the seam, and there's nobody home. And I don't understand.
He threw that one away, but.
Well, my point is, why throw that away? If it gets intercepted down there, it's like a punt deep in their territory. Got to find a guy, but he threw that 20 yards over the head of the guy running the seam.
That was out of the back of the end zone,
yeah. So with the turnover on down, Coldwater dodges a bullet after that errant punt they had by Motor. Now having 1st and 10, ball spotted right at the 30-yard line. Once again, they come in the spread with one back in the backfield. Long snap count, finally take it. Quarterback will keep it. He's going to be hammered as soon as he hits the line of scrimmage. He picked up about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play. Let's call it 2nd down and 6. So Kevin Hoying calls his own number. Just took the snap directly right up the middle. The defensive end came in to hit him, and that being Bob Hopkins. They'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 after the pick up of 4 by Hoying. They got trips to the far side, twins to the near, no back in the backfield. Hoying calls out the signals, calls his own number, tries to keep it himself. The Blue Devils are all over it. He may have got a yard on the play, Dwayne, but I'll tell you what, they are collapsing on him like you wouldn't believe.
Well, Dave, what I'm looking at here, we haven't seen here. One thing that looks like to me from Hoying's numbers here, he's got set 27 rushing TDs. So basically what he is a spread formation with a running back.
Right.
So, you know, he's not getting off tonight. They're really maintaining the middle of the field and keeping him up. He's going to have to throw the ball.
3rd and 5, he's looking downfield, has a man. Talk about knocking the snot out of him. Adam Caldwell came up and laid the leather to him.
Laid the hammer down. Bam.
And that young man is still down on the ground. But I'll tell you what a great pattern, what a great pass on the money, and hello.
Well, Dave, when you play safety, that's what you're supposed to do. You're out there. You're just like a big shark in the water. You're just waiting for that piece of meat to hit, and bam.
And congratulations, that young man.
Yeah, he took a shot. He's got my respect there. He took the shot of the night so far.
So he'll be running off the field, shaking the cobwebs out of that head. But what a pop! By Caldwell right there.
That's what you call a snot bubbler. He's got to wipe off the inside of that face mask here. I'm sure it's all buggered up right now.
The Motors set up the punt once again. Kick is up.
Oh, he got a nice
better
one off
kick
there.
Right here.
Let's see what they
Gertz
got.
will catch this one about the 18.
Oh,
trying to fight
he just
forward.
couldn't get a seam. Couldn't get that seam there, Dave.
He's close to the 30-yard line. We've got 5:09 to go in the first quarter. Reading on top, 7-0. Let's go ahead and check with Gary down on the sidelines.
That call put on out there, not bad for a quarterback, huh, guys? That's a position hit. He knows how those feel. One thing, if you're watching Coldwater, their splits, they're almost less than a foot. And the running back slash quarterback, if you want to call him that, gained almost 1,800 yards running the ball this year, so he is the running game.
Well, and like we said, Dave, you know, they run the spread offense, but I think they use it more as a decoy to open up the running game for the the quarterback. But it's not going to work if, like Gary says, they got 1 foot splits. It's not going to work.
Well, they pick up on 3 yards right there by Justin Haynes' run. Bring up a 2nd down and 7. Pike fires it out. Catch is made. Looked like some type of a screen out there, Dwayne. Good enough for first down. Still on his feet.
The defenders just stood there and watched. They had 3 guys run short patterns and tall turn.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, the guy that catches the ball, everybody else is supposed to block.
Right. And actually, he winds up, his guys get in his way. You block 1, you block him 2.
So good enough for a first down. Moves the ball out to the 45-yard line.
Here they come with the blitz. Here they come.
Oh, it kind of mishandled the snap. Pike will take it himself. Tries to turn the corner on the left side. Picks up a couple of 3 yards on the play as he goes out of bounds. And will stop the clock with 4:14 remaining here in the first quarter. Just look right there, Dwayne. He looked like he was going to hand it off to Haynes.
It was going to be a handoff.
He lost the handle on it. Nice job. Hey, he made a negative play into a positive right there.
And Hayes, when he saw he wasn't getting the ball, got down there and picked up a block. 59 getting taped up there. Andrew Carpenter, that's my man.
Here comes the blitz across the middle. Blevins makes the catch inside the 40 down to about the 38-yard line.
If they're blitzing, they're putting all that pressure on that safety. He better stay at home.
Well,
that safety comes up one
the man
time,
that knows anything better than this, as we check this replay, is Gary Bruns, the guy on the sideline for us. His son ran that basic run and shoot, whatever you spread offense at CCD and also is at Hanover College. And Gary, we'll get to you right after this play, but you know what the quick hitters are like.
There's a play they won last time. Oh, puts on the brakes.
Reverses his field. Blevins, good pickup, about 4 or 5 yards. Gary, what do you got for us?
Well, if they're going to continue blitzing, fellas, as long as Tony Pike has patience, he's going to eat this thing alive. You want to play cover 2. You want to make them work their way down the field. And Tony's already shown in the first drive that he's capable of doing that. I'm quite sure that Coach Miner all week long stressed, we'll take whatever they give us. We don't have to hit the home run. But I'll tell you what, if they blitz, I don't think they can cover Blevins one-on-one, and they're going to get a lot of big plays over the middle with him.
Right, and all they got is one guy to beat the safety at that point. If he puts one move and jukes that safety, he's going to be out of here.
Dwayne, the thing is that at Tony, he is throwing the ball on time.
Well,
and he's been given a lot of time. You're exactly right.
He's giving plenty of time. What I like on that last play there, I don't know if you've seen it, but all the linemen are out there flying around. Brian Wilson comes from the backside, and they're just flying to the ball. They're flying around and hitting people and knocking them down, and that's what that's all you can ask for out of your linemen.
Dwayne, remember the ball that was dropped by Blevins down there in the end zone? He came over to Tony on the sideline here and told him, he said, my fault, it won't happen again.
That was 6.
Oh,
here comes the screen. Here's the screen. Here comes the screen. They got somebody.
Plenty of room.
He got a touchdown.
Turn it
He's knocked out of bounds at about the 2-yard line.
Nick Poe got down there. That's what you like out of them big boys. Getting downfield, putting a nice seal block on the corner.
Justin Haynes takes the screen.
Let him
right
go.
there.
There he goes. There he goes.
Line of blockers.
Oh, he puts a nice little block there.
And he's finally knocked out. Looks like they're going to spot him at about the 3-yard line.
Andy Motor just saved 6 points. If he doesn't just clip his legs, that's 6, because he's going to truck. He's going to truck that number 6, Kevin Hoying, take him right in the end zone with him.
Oh, we got an official's timeout. Looks like an equipment problem for the Blue Devils. And looks like that situation's been taken care of. We got 3:31 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 is your score. Redding on top and getting ready to knock on that door once again.
They don't. What I like, Dave, they don't monkey around down here. They just go right to the line.
Here we go.
He's
got another touchdown. God, Kurtz from 3 yards out. He's got a 1-yard and a 3-yard touchdown. And I'll tell you what, these Blue Devils came to play some football. Wow. Johnny Gert. Hey, He only gets the ball when it's goal line situation.
Yeah,
Look at it, slips in.
Hey, he's got to give a little thanks there to Justin Haynes too, because Haynes put the big block and sprung.
Connor hits a low line drive, but it manages to find its way across the crossbar. 3:28 to go here in the first quarter. Blue Devils on top, 14-0. Let's check it with Gary.
Could be 21.
It could be 21. Going back to that spread offense, 1/3 of your offense is either draws or. And I'll tell you what, that screen right there went for big yardage.
Well, they got the linemen downfield, and that's one thing I've said about this Blue Devil team all year. They've got a very mobile line, and they get downfield. The big boys get down there, and you got a super mismatch on a corner. He sees that big behemoth coming at him, but all he can do is just try to get out of his way.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, fellas, this is the number 1 team in the state at this level, Coldwater.
Yes, it is.
And right now, Reading is taking it.
Well, Reading isn't, they've smelled the blood. They're not turning loose at all. They just keep attacking. They're not even going to the huddle. They're just doing, little sugar huddles and come out fast.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Come with that, hurry up.
They always come up to the line, and they know what they're running and are ready to go.
They're not letting this defense get a chance to catch your breath.
Well, Connor's last kickoff drove him back to the goal line, and they called it a touchback. Let's see what he can do on this one. Steps up, fires it away. Nice foot once again. He's going to be fielded at the 6-yard line. He's up across the 20 to the 25. He's going to be grabbed down right at about the 30-yard line.
We got a flag.
Comes in. We'll see what that is. I don't know if that's going to be a face mask or a block in the back, but personal foul.
Personal foul. I didn't see how he got a face mask, but he might have the way he went down.
Got monkey rolled over top, and I think that's what it was.
Right.
I'd like to take this time out real quick to let you folks know about, once again, the Southwest District Officials Committee and the Southwest Ohio Athletic Academic Conference of the Hamilton County Education Service Center is sponsoring the Southwest Ohio Basketball Officials School. Snap, running to the near side, looking downfield. He's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to be dropped after about a gain of 1. As I said about the Southwest Ohio Basketball Officials School, whether it's high school games or recreation basketball, it's the only class of its kind in the nation and provides the opportunity for you to obtain your officiating permit in time to start this year's season. The 7-class schedule starts November 23rd. And runs through December 2nd and is approved by the OHSAA. For more information, call Class Director Jerry Fick at 563-2755. Once again, classes start November 23rd, so make sure you call right away.
Dave, they've got a linebacker spy on this quarterback. Is exactly what they're doing. That's why he can't go nowhere. Look at the linebacker.
Yep, stay right up in the middle. Catch is made across the middle. He'll be dropped down right at the 40-yard line. Tackle's going to be made by B.J. Mangus. But not after before the Coldwater Cavaliers can pick up a first down. He had time to throw the football that time,
yes,
Dwayne, and that was a big key right there as we see the catch made by Kevin Brackman. Well, you got to keep a
spy on him with as many yards and the touchdowns this kid's got. You got to respect him.
And once again,
we had an official, equipment helmet broke down. Ryan Magus has to come out for a second.
First and 10 from the 40. Straight drop back by Hoying. Steps up, fires it.
Wide open.
20. Excuse me, he's inside the 20. He'll be dropped down at about the 18. Looked like a little bit of a crossing pattern there.
You're in that red zone. Just play a man, a little bump and run. Stay up on him. Look, they're giving him way too much cushion.
Yeah. Oh, he dropped that football, Dwayne, and knocked it out of bounds. So first and
way too much cushion, way too much respect.
From the 6-yard line, watch the quarterback. Hoying steps up, looking for a running lane, and he's in for a touchdown. So from 6 yards out, Kevin Hoying puts Coldwater up on the board with their first 6 points of the night, barring the PAT, and that will be attempted by the place kicker number 15, Chad Geyer.
Coldwater used some good quick passes to open up that running lane for Hoying, and it looked exactly as what happened. Linebacker splits out, gets caught up.
So 13, Geyer on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good placement, kick is up, it's on its way. Nice foot by that young man, it's up and good. So we've got $1:51 remaining here in the first quarter. 14-7 is our score. Reading on top of Coldwater. With that, let's check in with Gary.
Fellas, Coldwater just gave Reading a little bit of a dose of their own medicine there. They took what was given to them. Short routes were there, crossing routes were there, they took them. Then the quarterback juked them there at the end with the straight dive. When they get down here in the end zone, I noticed that you made the comment, Dwayne, that they need to come up tight. Well, if they come up tight, I fully anticipate the fade coming from either one of the wide receivers to get the ball, or if they play off of them, look for the slant next time, because receivers are signaling to the quarterback what route's there.
Right, well, you know, and if I'm playing, I'll give them the fade. I'll give them the fade. I want to take the slant out. I'll give them the fade and try to make them beat me over the top. Because on that fade, you got an awful lot of time to get back there and swat that ball out of the air.
Well, Geyer's got it teed up. He's set to go here. Kicking off the boot up. Kick is up. It's going to be a squibbler to the near sideline. It's going to hit about the 20. It'll be picked up at about the 17-yard line. A little bit of running room, and he's across the 30 up to about the 32-yard line. So a nice return there by Lars Barnes, who we haven't heard a lot about tonight, Dwayne. He's one of their #1 go-to guys on offense as far as receiving is concerned. We haven't called his number yet.
Well, they've got so many weapons, and they spread the ball around more than anybody we've seen all year. And I look for Kenny Miner to continue to do the same thing. But that last drive was exactly what Coldwater needed to do. Quiet down this Reading fans, give themselves a little bit of confidence. Now Reading comes out more conventional.
Yep, underneath center, I formation set behind him. They'll toss it. Haynes around the left side. He's got a little bit of running room, Dwayne. He's across the 40 up to about the 41.
I like this. They mismatch at the offensive line position. They're a lot bigger than what Coldwater is. Just keep beating them at the punch. Just keep hitting them.
Well, he took that toss and went around the left-hand side, picked up about.
Nice seal.
Yeah, about
what I'm seeing there, you know, Coldwater doesn't seem to be pursuing that ball like he
play action, looking downfield. Dwayne's got a man wide open. Overshot Blevins. Boy, they stayed with that two tight I formation, and they sent Blevins
from the tight end.
Yeah, across the field, and he was open, and it looked like Pike just overshot him a hair.
Well, that was a nice call for 3rd and 1.
You said, yeah, 2nd and 1. Now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
That's what I meant, 2nd and 1. I'm sorry.
And they're going to stay in that same formation. Blevins will be the only receiver out of the formation. Got a feeling Haynes is going to touch the football here. To the left, Haynes trying to get outside, puts his head down.
Doesn't get it.
Oh, I think he's going to be about a half a yard short, Dwayne.
Well, he got the juke, and he should have just ran straight up in there.
Well, yard to go. You got to know you got to get the real estate. You got to put the head down right there.
Right.
As soon as he turned the corner, he should just barrel.
Well, I think where they made the mistake, they ran it to the short side of the field too, Dave. I think he would have had a better chance of popping out to the wide side. Again, we've said that 100 times, but.
Well, we're talking about a punt situation or go for it, and it looks like Kenny Miner's already made up his mind.
He's got on the gambling hat tonight.
Oh, the fans on both sides are standing now. Calls his own number, Dwayne. I don't know if he got it.
Well, from the look of this judge over here, he's got it. He's got it.
Well, I'll tell you what. Tony Pike put his head down, but he got a heck of a defensive line search to stand him up.
Yes, he did.
And let's see if they're going to bring the chains out or not. Oh, you want to bet me? We got wings on this. You weren't here last week. I want a boatload off Gary. They got it by half a football.
Oh, I agree with you.
Oh, okay. I see how you are.
I've learned my lessons.
Boy, he's got stood up, but look at that. Nice job, looked like by Haynes pushing it. Good enough for a first down by a full football. I'll let you go on that. Gary owes me like 50 of them. I burned his butt last week.
So there's going to be a lot.
I see you laughing down there, Gary, walking on the track.
There's going to be a lot of chickens in rehab, huh?
So 1st and 10 it is. Ball spotted at about the 43-yard line. They go back to that spread formation. Haynes gets a call straight up the gut. A little bit of room. He's across midfield into Coldwater territory, dropped at the 49. I'm telling you what, we've seen this team a couple times this year, but I got to tell you right now, they're clicking.
Awesome.
They're clicking.
Well, and Kenny's got to be licking his chops. He's got this squad with tons of firepower, and he's using it all. He's not leaving any bullets in the holster.
You're right. Well, folks, we've come to our end of our first stanza, or 12 minutes, as you would call it at home. 14-7 is our score. Reading on top and looking very predominant at this time. They're really having their way. Well, I've got this breaking the action, folks. I'd like to go ahead and announce our ICRC volunteers here on the night. Our camera guys are Jimmy Klasener, and I'll tell you what, he's a football award winner about a couple, 2-3 weeks ago, along with Eric. Flip sides, and they'll have it second down. Dwayne, looks like about 3 yards to go from the Coldwater 49-yard line. They go back to that spread. They roll Pike out to the far side, fires out the flat, catch is made, tackle, but not before a first down was obtained.
Nice open field tackle there by number 83. That being, well, we don't have a number 83 on our list here, but whoever he was, he made a nice open field tackle.
The catch made out there by John Barber.
Well, they sent everybody that time. They blitzed everybody, and they just, he was out there in no man's land. If he misses that tackle, that's 6.
Trips to the near side. They pump fake, looking downfield. Oh, it's got his man Blevins. Catch is made. He could go. He's 10-5. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
I knew he was going to come with a double move. He made that corner bite on the first move, and he knew he was toasted.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dwayne, I think it may have been the safety that was actually in coverage right there. The two corners were out on the guy split out. They pump fake the two corners.
They brought him right
the safety
up.
comes up,
and
he just couldn't collapse on that space quick enough.
That corner bit hook, line, and sinker, and just munched on it like a big bass, and got yanked in the boat.
I like that. I'm kind of a fisherman myself. Connor, up and good. 11:35 to go here in the second quarter, and the Blue Devils put another 7 spot up on the board. 21-7 is your score. Let's check in down on the sidelines with Gallopin' Gary Bruns.
Right now, Reading is winning the matchup battle. One thing you got to remember is, like you guys just said, is the corners are out there matched up on the wide receivers, but Blevins a lot of times is in the slot. That means he's being covered by a safety, sometimes a linebacker, and they're not used to the coverage. Right now, their two best corners are out there on the wideouts, and they're using Blevins to their ability by moving in
Gary,
one-on-one with weaker defenders.
Yeah, Gary, right there, he was not lined up with a cornerback, a cover guy. He was lined up with the safety, and he made that double move, as Dwayne said, on the pump fake. And, man, the safety couldn't close on him quick enough.
Well, most of the time, Dave, high school safeties are nothing more than glorified linebackers. They want to come up and make hits. You're asking them to cover a receiver that was the #1 receiver in the CHL all year long, all the way across the field, and that's impossible.
Right.
Well, and then with that double move, I was looking for that coming from a while back, because
Connor boots the holy potatoes out of that football.
He did.
That was in the end zone.
Through the end zone. He hit that one on the fly.
That was a line drive.
You know what? And that's kind of like momentum. I talk about that. Guy, he kicks the ball the first one. He's a little charged, kicks it down to the goal line. The next one, not so charged, kicks it down to the 6. And he got fired up because that was a big play for his offensive unit. He comes out, the adrenaline's flowing. He's like pumping like this, And next thing you know, it just kicks the snot out of that ball. Kicked that pig as hard as he could. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 20, and they go
5
with
receivers.
no back in the backfield. Snap, looking downfield, got a man,
Stay
double
down.
move to the outside. They hook up in the middle, all wide open. A 40 up to about the 46-yard
They can't
line.
play him that soft. Somebody's going to have to.
Dwayne,
cover
what
him.
I think Coldwater did really well there is there was no pressure on the quarterback. He had all day, and that, that play took a long time to develop. He had 2 moves in there, and he came out catching that football. We had no pressure up front. You can't expect these guys to cover for 6 or 7
but there was
seconds.
too many Blue Devils in the same area. Nobody was in that middle zone.
And they go with it again. Quarterback keeps it, trying to find a little bit of running room, gets across the 50, and he's going to be grabbed and brought out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. No face mask there, grabbed him by the back of the head or the back of the shoulder pads and brought him down, but picks up 7 yards on that carry. So right here, Hoying's seeing that, spreads them out. He's going to start finding some running room. Looks like
the linebacker who was spying him missed him. He just missed him. If he makes that tackle, it does exactly what they're supposed to do. Number 45's a spy on him. A middle linebacker.
There they go, Dwayne, once again with no backs. Pressure comes up the middle. Oh, he had time to run. Fires downfield. Receiver slips down, unable to make the catch. That looked like that was going to be Craig Wellman. He just lost his footing, Dwayne.
Brian Magus didn't close on that ball very quickly. I think that ball could have been picked if he could have just closed on it like he should have been able to. When that ball's in the air, you just got to turn on that nitrous and go after it.
Now brings up a 3rd down and 3. They'll go with motion. Rare time we've seen that with Wellman to the far side. He's going to overload 4 guys. Looked like they were setting up the screen. It looks like going takes it straight up the middle. He's still on his feet, Dwayne. Still on his feet. All the way down to the 30. He was stopped at about
he ran that like a fullback.
We were talking about the leg drive a couple of weeks ago about Maurer for Kings, but boy,
he got hit. Number 45 was spying him, but all he could do was hit him and just ride.
Nice job by Hoying. Picked up about another 6 or 7 yards.
Well, you got to be mad at the rest of the Blue Devils. That when he's holding like that, they got to finish. They got to be like a pack of piranhas and just attack him.
Drop back, looking for a man. Got one across the middle. Wellman, he's in. Forget about it. You know what? This could very well be the highest scoring games we cover all season long.
This is going to be a shootout for sure.
It's going to be a last possession takes all. I mean, that wasn't even the receiver I thought he was going to throw to, because the guy that was in the middle of the slot was wide open. Well, he just slipped.
Number 11 was wide open there too. How you got 2 guys wide open is beyond me, because you don't have no pass rush.
Geyer's kick looks a little funny, but it gets its way through the uprights. We got 10:27 to go here in the first half.
We got 35 points on the board, David.
21-14. Reading on top, and like you said, it's going to be the last. It's going to be the last Cowboy with a bullet left in their freaking revolver that makes this happen. Gary, what do you got for us?
Well, Dave, I've seen a lot of these games just like this, and here's what happens. The defense gets tired because the offense scores so quickly. It's not a lack of defense. It's just a simple fact that they don't get the time to rest. The other thing is the linebackers on Reading right now are the key to the defense. What's happening is the quarterback's got a clear view of anything going downfield on a slant, anything going downfield on a post or the seam route, because the linebackers' drops are not there, and they can't drop because they fear the quarterback's running ability. It's a catch-22. Do you stay home?
Well, if you got a spy, which they do, okay, Reading's obviously got number 45 spying. You just got to stay with the spy. He's got to make the tackle.
Exactly.
The other guys have got, the other 2 linebackers have got to drop back into coverage and take that middle zone and let number 45 get there.
Keep an eye on that, Dwayne, because the last drive they didn't drop at all.
Exactly. Well, they were trying to blitz out of him a little bit to put some pressure, but they were picking up what I consider a lame attempt at blitz by the other linebacker.
This game's going to come down to whoever defense plays better tonight. That's all it is.
Lars Barnes from the 14. He's up to about the 30-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and 10. So A return of 16 on the play. We got 10:22 to go here in the first half of action. As we said, Reading on top 21-14, but this is a good old 12-round heavyweight fight. Bout to the end, slug, slug, slug.
Oh, this ain't a heavyweight battle. This is like the middleweights.
Well,
you know,
yeah,
a lot of punching going on. Not going to see any rope and dope out here. It's going to be nothing but a slugfest. They're just going to keep jabbing and punching, jabbing and punching.
Redding's got it first and 10. Ball spotted.
Well, they go to a 3-4, and they attack it.
Haynes gets a little bit of right. Lost the football, and I think that's going to be Coldwater football.
Yeah, it is. That's one thing we talked about, Dave. You can't have the TOs.
Turnovers, like you said, kicking in the bakery door is not good.
And that was a nice setup there. You know, Coldwater switched into a 3-4 that time, and they just ran right on him.
Well, it looked like he had the football. It didn't look like he just got grabbed right out of his hands.
It did.
Right there on the ground. Big number 74 looks like that was Joe Hewer. Coldwater with a football, fires it out, catch is made. About an 8-yard gain on first down. So Hoynes, it looks like he settled down after the first two possessions, starting to find his comfort zone.
Well, he's not getting the pressure on him, but they are having that linebacker spy out there, as you can see.
They picks up about the 8 yards on first down. Will bring up a second down and 2, and they got nobody in the backfield. They fire out, catch is made, turns the corner. He's going to be knocked out at about the 15. Catch made on the far side.
Well, Hoynes got a super quick release here.
And that's going to be another Coldwater first down. Just shy of the 15. They're going to be able to pick up another first down inside the 10-yard line, down at about the 6. Quarterback, inside handoff. Turns the corner, and he's going to go. Oh, I thought he couldn't keep his feet, Dwayne. I thought he was in.
Yeah, that was a nice little design play.
2.
Dave, like we said, this is turning into a chess match we thought it could be. First quarter was certainly all Blue Devils.
He just lost his footing, or he'd have been in. Now, this will go first and goal for the Coldwater Cavaliers.
Well, now they come out in their full house adaptation, similar to, I guess.
And left side, touchdown Coldwater. Number 34, Josh Spulenkamp takes it in from about 2 yards out. Coldwater,
well, Dave, that turnover came back
to
bit the Blue Devils, and like we said, the team that makes the least amount of mistakes is going to come.
Geyer on to attempt a point after. Tides have turned, so is the momentum.
Well, Reading's got nothing to be fearful of. They were still moving the ball. I mean, it was a freakish turnover that happened like that, but they're going to have to learn how to hang on to that pig, squeeze that pig a little tighter.
Pick is up by Geyer. It's between the uprights. It's good. We got 9:14 to go here in the second.
We got 42 points on the board.
Yeah, 21-21 is our score. Let's check in with Gary.
One thing you got to watch now is the defense on Reading looked a little tired, and that's what I was talking about. It's not a case that they're out of shape or anything along those lines. It's a case that when you score quickly and forced to go back out on the field, neither team is giving the defense a chance to breathe. They come right to the line of scrimmage. It's attack mode on both sides. And the other thing, Reading has not punted yet. Coldwater hasn't stopped them. The only time that was the mess up there on the fumble. So, you know, what are you going to do here? What you're going to do is you're going to lay back. You want your offense right now to eat up a little clock. If they score quickly, so be it. But eat up a little bit of clock. Give your defense a little time to adjust on the sideline for Reading.
Well, I look for them to come out in that more conventional offense again. I seem to think that can work against this team at least for a series or two.
Well, Geyer's got it teed up at the 40-yard line. He takes that 5-step short drop back for this kicker. His team's bouncing up and down on the sidelines, cheering him on. Kick is up. It's going to come to the near side. Looks like Gertz is going to be the man to let it go out of bounds. Flags will fly, and they'll have that ball at the 35-yard line. Got to bring in the action. Also like to extend a special thanks to John DeBras, the media coordinator here, along with Jim Sherrard, the tournament director and AD at Wayne High School. So flags are picked up. Obvious penalty against Coldwater. Will bring the ball out to the 35-yard line, and that's where Reading will have it 1st and 10. They've got 9:14 to go here in the second quarter, all knotted up at 21 apiece. And that, like you said, Dwayne, that turnover looms large right now. This is a new ball game, 0-0 as far as they're concerned. Pike remains in at quarterback. He'll drop back to pass. Looking in the near side, fires it out in the flat, and just threw that football away.
Well, they just need to settle down here. It's, you know, it's no big deal. Your offense has been working. Just go with what's been working.
Number 27, Barber, the intended receiver, and as we said, Pike just threw that football away.
That time Cavaliers showed blitz and didn't. Went back, dropped back into coverage.
Well, this time they got trips to the far side, one to the near, and Lars Barnes, we haven't heard a lot from him. Catch is made. Haynes has got it at the 30 to the 35, puts his head down and
well, they
forward.
didn't let that set up right. I mean, they're in a 3-4. They're really not putting any pressure, so it's not a good time to run the screen against the 3-4. They're not blitzing anybody. They had 4 linebackers right there waiting for it.
He picks up a couple of yards.
And that 3-4, I come right at him. I come right at him conventional. Your tight end's going to be your big key in that against that 3-4.
Well, at what point, Dwayne, do they get Lawrence Barnes involved in the offense? He has yet to catch a ball tonight.
See, they still only got 3 down linemen. They're not coming after him. Just pick up that flip, pick it up.
Oh, he lost the football, picks it up, scoots away from one, looking downfield, catches. Oh, incomplete by Blevins.
Oh, we got flag.
He was looking for a flag.
I think he's across the line.
I think you may be right, Dwayne. It was very close to tell, but where the flag was thrown, I think you're right on the numbers.
I think he's across the line.
And that will be not only the loss of yards away, but that's going to be a loss of down as well.
So they're going to have to punt.
Referees trying to sort this out to make sure they get the yardage right. It'll be a 5-yard mark off. Set the ball down.
Well, this is the first time we're going to see him punt this evening.
Yeah, Nick Lasinik back to do the punting chores for the Blue Devils, and that'll send, it's like,
well, it's like a boxer, Dave. It's like he just got his first big shot right in the mouth, and he wasn't able to shake it off yet. They need to shake this off and come back with their offense. They know what they can do. Heck, they're in a 3-4. There's no pressure on him.
Kick is up and away. Can be fielded on the near side. He's going to be great.
Oh!
Nice tackle by Gertz.
Gertz wasn't letting nothing happen there.
Alex Coyne on the return. He may have got a yard, but that was only because he was tackled forward. So nice coverage by the Blue Devils on that punt, the first one tonight by Lasinik. Coldwater will have it 1st and 10. Ball is going to be spotted at their own 43-yard line. No back in the backfield. Oh, look out. The umpire fell down. Well, we got a whistle and stoppage in play.
I don't know what happened there.
He lost, hey, that 45-yard line must be a little thick tonight. He's all right. He steps up. Looks like a couple of players was kind of chiding him a little bit. Pats the middle linebacker on his feet. We get set to go. They're going to wide receiver screen to the far side of the field. Oh, what a defensive
stop
right
there. Now the defense
is
waking back up. They're flying to the ball, and that's what this Blue Devil defense does best. They fly to the ball.
Wellman on the reception on the wide receiver screen. Blue Devils close on that absolutely immediately. Put the hammer to him. I couldn't tell who that was.
That was Larius Barnes. No, it wasn't. Larius Barnes there on the sideline. I'm sorry. Whoever made that tackle.
Quarterback's got it. Calls his own number. He's got a lot of running room up the seam. He busts it to the outside. And he's going to run out of bounds just shy of the 25.
He runs like a fullback, David.
He
runs like a fullback. That kid is tough. Well, that time he beat the he beat the linebacker's spot. He must have got hung up.
You said he's got 20.
He did. They blocked the spy on him. And
well, last week against Northeastern, that 54-12 win, he not 19 carries for 143 yards and 3 touchdowns. All kinds of time to throw the football. Tosses it across the middle. Flag is down.
We get a hold. I think this one's coming back. I think we got a hold.
Well, it looked like one of the receivers locked up on the defensive
he
back.
locked up and threw him on his back. He tackled him.
You said this one should come back. And that's what it's going to be. Against Coldwater, so they'll march that one back after the big pickup right there. We do not have our referees mic tonight, so they're continuing to sort things out. The other big game, another big game, excuse me, tonight is Kings and Edgewood at Fairfield High School. And tomorrow night we got the pass interference call against Coldwater. 2 big games tomorrow at Paul Brown Stadium, Dwayne. We got the first game suits Colerain against Lebanon. I believe that's at 11 o'clock, and then I believe a 2 o'clock kickoff start for Elder, who's also playing down there tomorrow night.
Well, this is the time of year that they've been playing for all season.
Got 5 guys out in the pattern. He steps up and he's going to be hornswoggled. Nice defensive stop, and it looked like that was number 51. Let's check that jersey real quick. Was it Carpenter, your man, 59?
51, no, 51 got him.
Jason
That was Jason Witt.
So a whole lot of real estate, about 30 yards to go here on 2nd down. Quarterback calls his own number, trying to look up the middle. He's got a little bit of running room, tries to slide outside. He's going to be stopped at about the 41.
He does a good job of making guys miss him.
Well, you know, and I'm comparing him right now to King's quarterback in Mallory. He just does a nice job running between the tackles,
right,
and able to pick up a lot of yardage there. As you said, he calls his own number and tried to bounce that outside.
What they're doing now, what they've done now is Coldwater has now put a spy on the spy.
Right.
They've got a lineman attacking that spy.
Pressure from the outside. He slips that tackle. Still more pressure. Gets away from that.
You got to close on him. You got to close on him.
Oh, he let him get by. And he's going down the sideline, Dwayne. He's almost close to the 1st down.
Number 45.
The spy.
The spy, Kraling, has got to close and then break down. He's breaking down while he's moving. You'll see it right out here. He should be closing right now and then break down. And what's he do? He takes a bad angle on it.
Takes a wrong angle right at it.
He was coming across there way too lackadaisical. He's got to make that close and then.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dwayne, Coldwater's called a timeout. They've got the ball spotted inside the 20. Looks like it's about nestled between the 19 and 18-yard line, and I guess they're asking themselves, do they kick this football and put 3 points up on the board, or do they go for it with a 4th and 2 right now? And I'm trying to check out the...
Well, the kicker has obviously got enough foot to make it from here. I don't know what his record is, but
I mean,
we seen him kick that last one.
see what we got here. Well, Geyer's got 41 points after. He's got 2 field goals to his name, so maybe they don't kick the ball a lot, but the heck, with this high-powered offense, you're probably not called on a lot. Try to
They're
kick
going
the
for the
football.
kick. Looks like.
I'm looking for number 13's jersey out there, and I just don't see it. Looks like they're going to line up and go for it here. They got 2 yards to go.
They got just 2 backs now back there. It's kind of a
kind of a full house with the quarterback back there. You might as well call it that. Looks like he's already stepping up like he's going to call his own number. Oh, big hole over the left side.
Yeah, they got the first.
He needed to get to 17.
One thing, neither one of these coaches is leaving nothing on the table tonight.
Yeah, he needed to get to 17. Dwayne looks like he got down to. Looks like they're going to mark him to 16, so he picked up 3 yards on the play, only needed 2.
16-yard line, 1st and 10 at Coldwater.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10. 5:47 to go here in the second quarter. And counting 21-21 is your score.
If I'm ready, bring that safety
they got
on up. Bring him
4
on up.
of them to
bring
the
him on
far
up.
side
Bring
of
him
the
up.
field.
Bring him up. Bring him up.
Firing out to the near side, catch is made. He's going to be dropped down inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. Catch made on the near side by Dan Caney.
Come up, play him tight.
Well, they sent 4 receivers to the far side. You almost had a feeling they lined up like they were going to run the wide receiver screen, and I don't know if his knee was down or not. But Caney picks up about 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 3. Once again, 4 receivers. Quarterback calls his own number, steps up in the middle, and he's going to be dropped down at about the 5-yard line.
We have a 1st down again, though, Dave.
Yeah, he's going to have, he definitely got enough for the 1st, but they're going to whistle.
These Blue Devils, when that first guy gets her and holds him up, they've got to punish him. They've got to make him pay for every yard he gets. When that quarterback's there, let's face it, I know he's running like a running back, but he's still got quarterback equipment on him, shoulder pads. You got to blast him. Pop, 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 pop. He'll quit that stuff.
Well, as you said, kind of an unconventional full house. They give it over to the right side. He's untouched, Dwayne.
Why they got the safety back? Why is the safety playing center field? I don't understand that. Bring him on up. He ain't going to help you back there. Put 8 men in the box.
So once again, from 5 yards out, Josh Fulenkamp sticks another one in the end zone. And he went literally unscathed, Dwayne.
Yep.
Coldwater was a little cold, I'd say, in the beginning of this game, but they've definitely heated up here in this latter part of this second quarter. As Geyer's on to attempt the point after touchdown. Good snap, placement's down, kick is up, Geyer is good, 4:45 to go, 28-21, all of a sudden the tide is turned, Coldwater on.
Redding's got to get back to doing what they were doing. Just go ahead and come out, relax. Relax, play the game.
Hey, Gary, got anything for us down there in the grass?
I also noticed down here the offensive lineman from Coldwater on any of the long yardage situations like before when they had 2nd and an acre. The linemen now, their splits are widening out. I don't know if Redding's being able to see that, but whenever they do that, what they're doing is they're trying to make running lanes for the quarterback. And also, Dwayne was completely right on the linebacker there for Redding. If he just came all the way through and laid a hit on that quarterback, they would have been in good shape, but he bought the pump fake. Just a slight hesitation, a little dip in his shoulder to make it look like he was going to throw the ball. That's all it took.
Well, let me ask you, Dwayne, as far as the defensive side and the Blue Devils are concerned, you said now they have, Coldwater has a spy on the spy. Do you make the adjustment over on the sidelines in the defensive huddle right now and say, hey, look, 45's been our spy. Let's go, or Kraling, let's go ahead and make someone else the spy, and you be a decoy.
Well, you may have to do that, use Kraling as a fake spy and blitz somebody. I mean, they got to try something else. Because, again, this has been a chess match.
Well, Gertz lost the football on the return, but Redding ends up coming up with the football just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll mark him at about the 29. But, yeah, getting back to that, I mean, if they've realized that Kraling is the spy, I mean, you just start dropping him back into coverage.
Once they get in that red
else.
zone, leaving that safety playing center field is just ridiculous. Bring him on up. Let him help stop, support the run. You got man coverage on the corner, I mean, on the wideouts. That's just what you're going to have. Just bring him on up. He's standing back there waiting. They're trying to play center field. Bring him up. It was an obvious running situation.
Well, yeah, the interesting thing here is Coldwater start only 3 guys up. That ball was tipped, but the catch is made on the near sideline. Lars Barnes finally gets his first catch of the night.
Now they whistled him down. That's a good call.
Fighting for that extra yardage, and he wanted it. I don't know if they stopped his forward progression, they said, or if he stepped out of bounds. That ball looked like it was tipped right at the line, so nice job by Barnes to stay with it. Ooh, if he stepped out, I'll agree. If he didn't step out.
No, they called it forward progress because he was bouncing back, and they marked him from where he originally caught the ball. So he can't have no complaints with that.
Looking this way again, Barnes makes the catch as he's falling down, going to be very close to the sticks. We'll see where they mark him. It's either going to be 3rd down and short or 1st down.
I think he's going to be a little bit short here, Dave.
Well, they're going to bring out the chains.
Ah.
You want to bet on that? I say they got it by the white stripe of the football.
The white stripe?
You want some of that?
Huh?
You want some? You want to bet some wings on that, big boy?
The Chicken Council says I'm not allowed to gamble with you like that, so. But it was a wrong stripe.
Hey, I didn't say which stripe it was, big boy. I just said it was by a stripe, baby. Hey, I'm a chicken wing eating fool, ain't I?
Well, you're half right, but
and I guess chicken wing ain't the right one. Oh, how to go into business. You and Gary owe me a lot, man.
Uh-oh, now they're coming up. Now they're bringing the bunch up.
Now they're bringing it back.
Dropping back. See, they're showing that.
Right up the middle, Haynes. A little bit of running room.
That's it. Just
He's
keep
up
banging.
across the 45 to about the 47.
3-4. It looks like the Cavaliers are a little more comfortable in this 3-4.
Well, but you said what I like. What you said is, why don't you go ahead and go back to conventional offense and stick Pike up underneath center and run the football until they stop you.
And then make them have to make the adjustment.
Right. They're gonna go ahead and stay in the spread.
See, they're showing that.
They're showing it, but they're dropping back.
They're dropping way out of it.
Catch is made across midfield inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line.
That time they caught the linebacker sitting and waiting.
So good enough for a Blue Devils first down. They'll move the sticks along that far
Kenny
side
Minor,
of the field.
right now, I come out. I show the spread. No, I show the spread. Come back, go right to conventional, and run right at them. Run right at them.
They're going to split twins to either side. A single running back on the
right-hand
side of Pike.
Now they're back in the 4. They're showing blitz. They're coming, too. They're coming.
Here they come, straight up the middle. Pump fake, fires it out. He's got Blevins. Oh, he's gone. He is gone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Woo!
He was coming. They said to everybody, he was out there in no man's land.
Blevins. He just tossed that nice pump fake, stood in the pocket, fired that right over to the defensive back's head. Nothing going.
Number 30, he bites on it. He bites on the pump fake. That's Andy Motor again. We got us a top 56 points in the first half. Who'd have thunk it?
Late substitution for the Blue Devils. They better hustle up and get into formation.
That's only, don't even sweat it. It's a 5-yard penalty.
And
or you take your timeout. You got 3:09 left. I'd take the 5 yards. He's going to make that easy. That 5 yard, the difference between 3 and 8.
Oh, they did call the timeout.
I wouldn't have called the timeout. I'd have just took the delay of game.
Oh yeah, it's not like Connor's just barely crossing the paint. He's got a foot to kick it through.
Right. Well, it's not even that. I mean, it's it's the difference between 3 yards and 8 yards. So, well, not the kick, but the line of scrimmage. you know the math to all that kicking stuff, all that. I don't even pay attention to that.
Well, for Connor, that's a no-doubter. 5 yards doesn't matter, 10 yards doesn't matter. It's at 15, 20 yards it starts
right. And they're still going to have their 2 timeouts left, but I wouldn't have burned them. You got 3:09 left. You got a chance, either team, right thing happens, you can put up another score here.
Well, they didn't want to chance it, so the ball's going to be spotted at the 10. Extra point is up. Connor's got it. It's up through the uprights. Boys, we got 3:09 remaining.
That's a barn burner happening.
56 points on the board. We're all knotted at 28. Who would have thunk it? Gary.
Went back to the 4-3, and they hit him on the pass deep for the touchdown. Same play to hit him on earlier. Defensive back made a bad read. He went underneath trying to make a play on the ball. The ball hung. It went over his head. It was a super ball. And I'll tell you what, this young man, Pike and Blevins, they got a future on the next level.
Well, they're hooking up nicely, but the nice thing was they read the defense. The defense came up in that 4-3, and then they blitz all the linebackers.
Again, this offense dictates what you do. If they come up and they play three-man, just like you said, Dwayne, run it down their throat, run quarterback draw, run the slam, go at them. If they run the four-man and they blitz, you make them pay for it, because I'm telling you, you want them to blitz because you're going to get big plays.
And that's the big advantage that the Blue Devils have, is they are so multifaceted that they can do that.
And they got 5 wideouts to catch a football. They got the hands that can run it. You know, Pike is not the traditional runner as Caldwell is, who we saw earlier this season, but, you know, he can pick up his yardage when he needs to. We'll see Connor put a foot into a low-line drive. Squibber, fumbled at the 10. It'll be picked up at about the 11, and the Blue Devils are all over.
That was a hammer shot there. Oh, baby.
Oh, you got to
I can hear that up here.
Man, I saw the blood vessels popping out of your neck on that one, big kid.
You want to get some eggs with that banger.
Oh, you coaches are all alike. You're not about all the fundamentals. You're more worried about who's going to knock the snot out of somebody.
Hey, I don't care what they say about this game. That's what it's all about. That's why they give you all that equipment and stuff, just to go out there and put somebody on their can. The plays and the scores are just to keep it from being called a street fight.
Well, they run that one over to the left side with their running back, Mullenkamp, and he picks up about 5 yards on first down.
Well, it looks like the Cavaliers are going to get a little more conservative down here with that shadow of the end zone in their back pocket. They're just wanting to make sure that they don't make that deadly turnover.
Well, they run that double tight once again, Dwayne.
Open up that bakery door.
They fake it, looking downfield, has a man, the safety comes over.
Covered.
Caldwell, intercepted!
It's picked. They were waiting.
Caldwell was sitting right there.
They was waiting on it. Now you got 2:21, 2 timeouts left. Come right back at him. I go for popcorn next play.
Well, you know what? I can't believe I actually saw that play develop, but Caldwell almost baited him. He knew he had to double cover. There was nobody else he had to fall over to in the middle of the field.
Nope.
He read that play perfect.
And once he started that play, he had to go over the top. He had nobody underneath to help him out.
And Caldwell just jumps in front, makes the INT. It's
well, Dave,
Blue
you
Devils
also like that
football.
when your safety's a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, he got
a little bit more knowledge
He has
on that.
a little bit of idea what's going on out here. Look for the Blue Devils to come on down. They got to come out with something out there. Kick the bakery door in. They got to come out with something
they got
now.
Trips to the near side, a single receiver to the far side.
We got delay a game.
Wow.
Wow.
That was
seemed
an
like
awful quick clock.
Quick whistle, yeah.
Well, that takes a little bit of steam out of the sails right there as they march it back 5 yards.
They couldn't have set that ball that quick, David. I don't see how they could have got their team out there any faster than they did and run that play.
They give up the middle to Haynes. Got a little bit of running room. Pushes forward. He's close to the 45.
There you go.
So that gets the 5 back plus about a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 situation. We've got 2:09 and counting here in the first half of action. 28-28 is our score. Quickly to the line of scrimmage come the Blue Devils. Pike drops back. Looking across the middle field, now fires and catch is made by Lasinic, the tight end.
They're going to take a timeout here.
And that's down to about the 32-yard line. Nice job by Lasinic.
No, they're not going to take a timeout.
He found a soft zone or spot.
Well,
look at Pike all day to throw the football.
Well, they're only rushing 3 men. They're in a 3-4. And look how deep they got the linebackers. The linebackers, if you're going to run that 3-4, you got to be lateral. You can't be dropping back so deep. You got to be lateral and get somebody up underneath there.
Well, the clock continues to roll. Pike calls for the ball. He gets it. Quick fire out. Oh, that's tipped. Is it intercepted? No, it hits the ground. They were trying to hit Lars Barnes out here real quick on a one-on-one mismatch.
Look
and it
for
didn't
this.
happen.
Look for this. Pump fake.
Stop and go.
Stop and go. Pump and go. Pump and go. Because that corner's biting. I mean, like I said, he's like a bass after that big rattle trap.
Well, looks like they drop back in cover 2. Pike looks down the field. Looks like they're going to screen it out.
Oh,
hey, he's got a lot of running room.
Move.
Oh, he's oversteps one. Oh, they said he ran. Oh, he got knocked out. What a great job by the defensive back just to get enough of him to knock him out of bounds.
If he didn't nick him, that's 6, baby.
Kevin Hoyne had enough just to put a paw on him to stutter step him out of bounds, or that was 6 points. Nice call right there by Coach Miner. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he just barely did.
Inside foot, too.
Inside foot. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, and well, excuse me. Let's forget about that. Had an illegal shift on Redding. I didn't recognize that, but there was a flag. So regardless, that ball would have been marched back. And they bring him back up to the line of scrimmage with $1:31 to go here in the first half. We said we're all knotted up at 28, folks.
We're staying with this three rush.
Pump fake, looking downfield. Across the middle. Catch is made by Blevins. He's inside the 10. Still on his feet inside the 5.
Wow! What a nice pass. They're only rushing 3 guys. The linebackers are just standing there. They're not even dropping into coverage. They're just standing there, letting them get in behind them. They might as well blitz.
Well, he pump fake to the outside. He cut Blevins.
Look at that, he cut 3
the
linebackers behind him.
And he almost took that to the house as he's inside the 5.
One thing I love about
4.
Blevins, when he catches that ball, he just runs right in. He's looking for contact.
1st and goal to go. Pike looking back to pass, looks across the middle. Oh, he's got a big running lane. Cuts it back up. Touchdown, Tony Pike and the Blue Devils. Wow.
Jesus.
As I said, he's not the main runner like Caldwell is, but he'll do what he's got to do to get it in there. And he saw everybody was covered. He looked like he was looking for the slot man right on the curl, right on the line, the goal line. Nothing there, and Pike took it himself.
Well, they had no backs. They had all receivers that time, spread them out.
We got an injured player down, Dwayne. I hate to cut you off there. I'm trying to see who that
number
is.
6.
Yeah, that's Hoyne.
Kevin
That's Kevin Hoyne.
Oh, and look, his right arm is awful. He's holding it awful tight. I think he got a stinger there. He's got a stinger in that right shoulder. Look at his arm.
Yeah, he's definitely holding that very gingerly.
Well, they'll get him. I'm sure they'll get him attended to at halftime and do something. But they're going to have a minute with. I don't think they're going to bring him back out for that last minute. I think I look for him. Just
and I tell you what, if I was a Vegas gambler, I don't know, Hughes, what was the over on this game right now? a couple of the guys in the booth told me the over was 80.
Well, it's darn near there at halftime.
Yeah. Good spot. Kick is up. It's good. We got $1:03 to go here in the first half. And folks, if I told you this, you better sit down and listen to me. It's 35-28. We still have 1:03 to go here in the first half, and we still got 24 minutes of football to play in the second half.
Call that pizza guy, but don't look for him yet. You might, well, a minute, you blink an eye, you might miss 2 scores.
Yeah, no doubt. Wait till the halftime whistle to order that pizza, folks. But wow. 35-28. This, as I said, it's going to come down to the last cowboy. It's got a bullet in the gun or the holster that they can reload, because this one is high potent offense. And you know what? Other than that particular drive for Coldwater on defense, I don't think they played too terribly bad. But this spread offense is killing, or like Gary said, wearing these defenses down.
We've only seen Reading have to bring the punting unit on one time tonight. One time tonight.
Again, fellas, the offense dictates the game if the offense is run right.
O'Connor's kick is fielded at the 2. It's up to the 10, the 15, to the 20, and he's going to be brought down at the 21-yard line. Yeah, as you said, nice job by the Blue Devils there on special teams.
Well, I think the Blue Devils got a wake-up call because their defense got a little lazy.
Well, they got lax.
They got a little lackadaisical out there, and they were waiting for somebody else to make the play. And whenever you see that as a coach, you got to get mad and say, you better make that play. Don't wait for somebody else to make it. You make that play.
Yeah, so as we said, Hoying, the quarterback.
And as clean as that jersey is, I don't think he's seen a whole lot of playing time this year.
Hoying is out, their starting quarterback. Here's the backup. He's going to run his football himself. He slips a tackle. He's across the 25-30. He's trying to turn the corner, 35-40, and he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. The fans over on the far side of the field wanted the flag, but he had him wrapped up, Dwayne.
Well, you see what I would do, though? If I'm Reading and I see fresh meat come out there, I'd blitz him. He hasn't been out there much this year. I'd have blitzed him right off the bat and tried to hammer him in the backfield. Here, welcome to this game. Boom.
Well, Craig Wellman, as we said, number 5, is substituting for the injured Kevin Hoying. And he picks up enough for a first down and then some, and they'll have it with 48 seconds to go. Calls his own number, straight up the gut again. Got a little bit of room. He's across midfield, trying to bust it outside. He's inside the 45 down to about the 41-yard line.
The outside linebacker got caught on his heels. He's standing there. He got seal blocked right here. Look at him. He gets seal blocked. He gets pancaked by the tackle.
Coldwater, you thought we were going to take a knee. Forget it, folks. They're high-octane offense, just like Reading, and they're going to try to push it down their throat. You got a stoppage and play with a timeout, 39 seconds to go. 35-28 is our score. Reading on top of Coldwater. You're watching this game on ICRC. You're home for high school football in the tri-state area. David Terry along with Dwayne Reed. We've got Gallup and Gary Bruns down on the sideline. And boys, this is a good old Goodman, if you know. I don't know how else to say it. It don't get much better than this. For those of you staying at home thinking we're going to have a couple of no hitters thrown tonight, boys, forget about it, because this is a home run hitter's ballpark. Well, they'll have it first and 10.
Another quarterback in now, number 11.
And he's going to take it, rolls out, looking to pass, fires, catches, made, dropped down, just shy of the, well, could be right at the stick. Look like he spun and twisted.
Fly valve. Oh, which one?
The clock there, still 32 seconds left up there.
You're absolutely right.
They didn't run any time off.
Supposed to be a neutral side, but that was definitely, I don't know if you want to call that a home field advantage.
That's Homer Simpson on the clock.
Wellman steps back up. He's going to call his own number, looking for a running lane. Oh, the Blue Devils got him. Just knocked him under.
Now they don't throw a flag over there, and number 8 is tackling number 4.
And that's down to the 30-yard line. And we'll have a timeout once again. It'll be second down and 9. Gary, do you have something for us?
Yeah, if you notice right there, when number 5 was in the backfield, he's run the ball every time.
Yes.
Then he went out to the slot position. He's the one that caught the pass from number 11. So that tells you right now, what's going on. Number 11's the better passer of the two. 5's probably the better athlete, runs better. So Reading's got to adjust the defense to accommodate
number 11,
that.
hey, Gary, number 11 is Alex Hoying, which is the brother of the quarterback. Number 6, Kevin Hoying.
Well, they're going to throw now.
Makes
He's in
sense.
the quarterback.
Yeah.
They're going to throw now if my guess is right.
Well, it's second down and 9, Gary. We got 19 ticks to go. And as you said, number 11, and that's going to be Alex Hoying calling out the signals right now. He drops back to pass. He's looking downfield. Has a man out in the flat. Catch is made. Wellman, a whole lot of room. Gertz will knock him out of bounds just shy of the 15-yard line at about the 16.
Got another favorable clock that time, Dave. That whole play took less than 2 seconds.
Well, I'm not going to be very vociferous about that, considering we're in the same booth as the clock master here, but maybe we ought to check his ID, see what school he's from.
I think we might have an infiltrator here.
Drop back to pass. Looking downfield, has a man on a crossing pattern. Oh, just threw it behind him. I thought he was going to throw the ball to Dan Caney, It was on a crossing pattern, but he threw it behind his receiver, and it's going to be incomplete. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10, and they only got 7:06 on the clock, so I got a feeling Mr. Geyer, which is just exactly what happened, is going to be on to attempt the kick. Yeah, as we said, Gary, very astute observation. Kevin Hoy, number 6, the actual quarterback, is back in.
Look how he's holding that arm, though. He's holding that right arm.
This could
really
be very interesting. They're going to spot this ball at the 24.
He can't get his hand up.
This will be a 34-yard attempt. Good snap. Placement's down. Kick is up by Geyer. It does not have an. It is. I thought it fell about a yard short, but it just managed to get through.
Did you see Hoy? He couldn't get his hand up.
He was holding that right arm on that knee of his. So they draw within 4 with 3 seconds left to go as they get set to tee it up at the 40-yard line. 66 points in the first half of football. When you read this one in the paper, you're going to think it's an NBA score.
Yep.
You're going to say Boston and the Lakers did what? No, that's high school football. Reading and Coldwater.
This can't be basketball season already.
A doozy.
Well, there's still 3 seconds left, so there's a whole lot that can happen.
Who knows? You got Lawrence Barnes along with Gertz back deep to receive.
See, they dragged that clock a little bit for our Blue Devils here.
That thing might not melt off anytime.
We're kind of in a time warp.
Yeah, Rod Serling's in the building. They squibbed that kick. Oh, nice job at least picking. Oh, he lost the football. It's down, but time's run out. It looked like Coldwater recovered that football, but nonetheless, time has run out here in the first half. 35-31 is your score, folks. Reading on top as they head to the locker room. Order that pizza. Make sure you tip that delivery person as well as you can. Go ahead, take a potty break.
Hurry back. Don't be late because you might miss 2 or 3 scores.
No doubt. And go ahead and grab another cold one of your favorite choice and stick around for exciting second half action here from the Ohio playoffs in Division 4.
Semifinal.
Okay, people, listen up. Our fugitive has been on the run for 90 minutes. Average foot speed over uneven terrain, barring any injuries, is 4.
United plays host to this football playoff game, Dwayne, and I'll tell you what, I'm speechless because I'm looking at that scoreboard, 35-31.
And what more could you ask for? I mean, we've seen some offense here tonight. 375 yards total offense by Reading in the first half. 321 by Coldwater. So we're seeing exactly the matchup we were looking for. And they have everything here for us. We got food. We got a step. You're as tall as me. This is the football Mecca.
I knew you were going to say that.
This is the football Mecca here. But I'll tell you, Dave, we have seen, we've got Adam Blevins, 181 yards receiving so far, and we haven't even seen Larius Barnes yet.
No.
One touch of the ball other than the kickoff. So, Kenny Minor's still got a lot of bullets left in that gun. He can do some things out here, but again, the team that makes the better adjustments are going to wind up winning this ball game.
And watch the turnovers.
The turnovers, right? The bakery factor is always important. And again tonight, we've only seen 1 turnover of any consequence, and Coldwater was able to score off of that play.
Hey Gary, you got anything for us before we get set for the second half kickoff here?
Warming up, he looks fine.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, Gary.
I said Hoyne is over there warming up. He looks fine, so he should be fine in the second half. The other thing is, if you're on Coldwater side, what are you going to do with Blevins? It'd be an interesting matchup. I heard you guys talking about what Reading can do with the other receivers, because if they try to double up on Blevins, somebody's going to be wide open.
Well, and if you double him, then that's going to be one less guy you can blitz. And let's face it, they haven't had much of a job of pressuring Tony Pike tonight. Tony Pike's, 17 of 24 with 0 interceptions and 2 TDs. So you let him stand back there, he can certainly pick you apart with this receiving crew. But we're going to see what Mr. Hoying can do coming out first. He put up 101 yards rushing, so he's staying true to form so far with what he's had this whole year.
Well, the second half kickoff is up and underway.
They're swimming it. They're wanting to handle it off the ground.
He'll pick it up at the 9. He's up to about the 20-yard line. There's a flag thrown behind the play across the 30. Goes the run, but as you said, that's going to be, yeah.
Block in the back, so that's going to bring them back. They're going to start out about the 10-yard line.
Well, they're only trailing by 4 points. As Geyer, they added that 3 points right before halftime. And with them getting the football
There's Mr. Hoying back into the game. We'll see how that right shoulder's holding up on him.
Well, I tell you what, like you said, Dwayne, it did not look good on that field goal attempt. It looked like he was really holding it down.
But that's typical of a stinger, Dave. You're going to have that, you know, that stinger's just going to stay with you for a little bit. I'm sure they put some heat on it, massaged him up at halftime to get some mobility back in that shoulder.
Well, we'll see what he's got as they run motion to the near side. He looks this way, throws to the motion man. Oh! Big hit at the 10.
That was Jason Witt putting that one on him.
Alex Hoying on the receiving pass from his brother, and boy, was he absolutely greeted kindly.
Fellas down here on the field.
And Jason just knocked the Witt right out of him, I'll tell you. Bam! Put him right on his can.
Here we go.
Down here on the field, it is a heavy breeze blowing toward. Be interested to see how the quarterbacks react to this breeze.
But it looked like Hoying was a little tentative. He kind of threw that sidearm. I think that shoulder's bothering him, but they're coming out throwing.
He fires out again. His brother makes the catch. He's going to be run out of bounds at about the 16. No, check that, the 17-yard line.
Well, let's see.
Maybe a few yards short of that first down.
He put a little zip on that ball, so I guess the shoulder's not bothering. He comes out throwing twice.
There they go, twins.
Look for the draw here. Here comes the draw.
4 yards to go. Looking, firing, catch is made, tackle made at the 25.
Well, they're going underneath and taking what they're giving them. Again, trying to exploit that middle of the field.
So the pickup moves them out to the 25-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down. What'll be 1st and 10. The Coldwater Cavaliers, and there we go.
Well, they're in that run. Every time they've been in this formation, they've run tonight. It looks like the halfback's going to get it. Just from his stance. There he gets it
over the right. Oh, nice
he gets hit in the backfield. Number 5 put the first hit on him, Ryan York.
He kind of came up wobbling a little bit with that right hand. Looks like I really couldn't tell what happened. Maybe we can see on the replay. Like right there, he kind of just.
Yeah, York hit him first, and then number 45, Evan Kraling, finished him off.
The spot. And Coldwater calls a timeout on 2nd down and 11 with 10:14 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 35-31 is your score.
They've been spoiling us up here at halftime, giving us brownies. They brought all the chicken wings that Gary owed you and put them back there on the shelf for you. Sandwiches, Penn Station, all
you guys you guys don't get away with the press box freebies. You guys will pay up after this game is over. Yeah, right. Gary down there mocking, saying that they were paid for.
Oh, they had brownies. Oh, man.
You guys can't hear Gary, but he's running his trap.
And thanks to Brenda Brooks, she put up all the food up here today, and what a good job.
Smorgasbord. Fires out the flat, catch is made, tackle made by Gertz. Shy of the 30-yard line. And Dwayne, they still got 3rd and long here.
3rd and long, so now Now it's going
About
to be a
6
big
yards
test
to
of his
go.
arm. I don't think that Coldwater's really wanting to run him with that sore wing.
Well, they line him
We'll see
back
what's
up
up. We'll see what's up here.
in this spread.
But if you're Reading, if you see him move with that ball, you want to put a heavy helmet on him.
He's going to step up. He goes fire across the middle. Ball's tipped.
Oh, big
incomplete.
stand. Huge defensive stand by Reading Blue Devils, and that's going to bring up the punting unit.
Well, that looked like it was intended for Andy Motor, and looked like he just a little bit behind. He could reach that right paw up, just got a finger on it, but couldn't bring it in. And guess what? Mr. Motor's on to punt. And Gertz
But
will
one
be back
thing that
deep to
first drive
receive.
showed me, Dave, is they're not wanting to run Mr. Hoying at least not yet.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a very good point. Don't want to get him too banged up. Here they come. Kicks away, not a bad kick. Fair catch.
Nice
For
job.
right at the 34-yard lines where they'll mark that football. So that's where Reading will take over 1st and 10 on their first possession here of the second half with 9:30 to go, and they've got but a 4-point lead. It's an absolute Cowboys shootout.
But don't blink.
66 points up on the board.
Well, the defense, like I said, Dave, that was a huge stand for the defense. Come out, get the offense back on the field. Now, if you're Reading, I don't know if I come out in the spread or if I see what they're showing me.
Guess what?
But they're showing
Caldwell is your quarterback.
Oh, and they're in the spread.
So they
5
switch
receivers.
from Pike to Caldwell, who's your runner. And guess what? He's going to run the football. Cuts it back up. It's across the 35 up to about the 38-yard line. He'll pick up about
Well, they're giving them a little
3-4 yards
different
on
look
the play.
this half to see what they're going to see how they react to it. Coldwater comes out in the 4-3. I was curious to see what they were going to do there. They were going to stay in that 3-man front, but they decided to come out with the 4-3 instead. And now shift back into that 3-man front.
Yeah, no back in the backfield once again. Trips to the left, twins to the right.
But this plays right into Reading's hand.
Fires it out. Haynes is your receiver. He's got enough for the first down and some.
He just puts his shoulder down and drags him, plows over there.
Yeah, he's all the way up to about the 47-yard line. As Gary just said on the sideline, folks, you couldn't hear him, but he was uncovered.
Look for that quarterback draw coming up. They've got only 3 rushers. The two linebackers are staying kind of in the middle.
Well, that's the same formation, Dwayne, they got on defense. And look, the slot man's
Uncovered, right.
The safety's playing well deep. And
there comes the draw.
His own number.
Oh, good open field tackle there by number 25.
Yeah, but Dwayne, he picks up 5 yards on the play.
But Ross Homan, if Ross Homan don't make that tackle, that goes for at least 20.
They nestle that ball right at the 47.
Guys, Hoying is out here on the corner playing the wide receiver out here, Barnes. If he comes sneaking up again like that, look for the long pass to Barnes, because what they did was they tried to sucker him into making it think it was uncovered, and he left his man.
There it is.
That's
There's
exactly
the
what
fake.
they're doing now.
Oh!
Just outshot him by about a
Gary,
half a
I
step.
think though, instead of going with the fade, I would have hit him with a double move. Brought him under, just let him look in, pump him, and go.
You're
that
right.
Would have gave him the separation.
And I'm telling you, Hoying's hurt. He's leaving the field right now.
And
He landed on his shoulder.
And look at that wing. That wing he's carrying like a dead sock.
You're
like,
exactly right.
Yeah, like a sock full of sand, and it's just, he's hurting.
I really like that call right there by Reading.
3rd and 5.
New corner out here. You got to work on him, number 89.
Look at the middle of the field, though. It's wide open. The middle of the field's wide open.
Roll up. Here comes the heavy pressure. Caldwell runs from it. He's going to be brought down from behind at about the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a big defensive stand there. Let's see if Reading, if Kenny Minor puts on that gambling tie again, and goes for this.
Well, my intuition tells me punt this ball and pin them back.
You know, Dave, I agree with you on that, and I'll tell you why. When your quarterback's out here hurting, you want to put them on offense and make him handle the ball right now.
Well, they're going for it, Gary. They got about 3 yards to go. Oh,
you just got it easy.
They got it. That's Reading. He went into the neutral zone. That's going to be against Coldwater, because you don't have the opportunity to get back in high school.
So the offside encroachment call goes against Coldwater, and there's the 5 yards they needed. Actually, only 3, but gives them 5, puts it right down at the 40-yard line.
When Kenny gets done here, he ought to head straight to the boat because he's been on fire tonight. Both times he gambled, he's won.
Let's see if they attack this new corner.
Well, they go trips to the far side, twins to the near, no back in the backfield with Caldwell. And they got 4 men on the line of scrimmage. See if the pressure's coming, and that's what happens. And Caldwell spins out of it. Unbelievable. I'll tell you what, he turned a no gain into a gain of about 5 yards.
Well, they had everybody blitzing on that one coming right up the middle. They were going to put some pressure on him if he was going to put that ball up. But, you know, if I'm reading, I'm reading that. That's going to give you some real nice slant moves because there's no safety help deep. If you get a little slant there and you lead him right, he's going to go all the way to the promised land with it.
That brings up a 2nd down and 3 after the gain of 7 by Caldwell on first. Once again, no backs in the backfield. Heavy pressure, fires it out down the middle of the field. Dwayne, he just had to get rid of that football.
Yeah, but that's where they're susceptible being Coldwater is the middle of the field. There's no safety help back there. They've got all these wideouts out there. They've got to respect them. So the middle of this field is going to be very soft for them.
They'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Blue Devils.
But now the onus is on that offensive line. They're going to have to pick up that blitz. And look for him to get that ball to Larius Barnes here before too long. He's got man coverage out there. The guy's playing off of him. Now he's stepping up a little bit.
Well, they got 4 men on the defensive line.
I did him a nice little quick move.
They're going to run the option. Haynes has got the football. He tries to turn the corner. Going to be very close to that 1st down. Let's see where they mark him.
I think he's got it by a yard.
Yep, that's where they mark him. You're right. So he's got, ain't no wings on that. Only when they bring the chains out, big kid. I saw you looking at me.
I should get a drumstick or something, a tail, something. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll give you some celery.
Celery. All right, do I get blue cheese or do I got to earn that?
Batter Ranch. Your call.
I'm blue cheese. I'm a blue cheese man. Especially with the Blue Devils.
First down. Zone number. Move. Cut back inside. Inside the 20 down to about 17.
There's some athletic equipment down there on the field. Yep, that's it. He shook him right out of it. What a move by Adam Caldwell.
He went outside, a little shake and bake, cuts back in. Nice gain for the Blue Devils quarterback.
Oh, nice block there, too, by number 32. He puts
a hand down by Caldwell.
Haynes just put a nice hat on that guy.
1st down and 10. Caldwell once again, all by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield, fires it out. Lars Barnes in and out of his hands, incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Well, Dave, they're going to the sidelines, but, man, it looks like the middle of that field is awful open to me.
Well, there again,
Barnes was looking upfield. He should have caught that ball. Went right through his hands. Great camera play there, though, Dave. They always get us some really good looks at these, some second looks at these balls.
Now they'll bring Haynes back in. Right side pocket of the quarterback. And he calls his own number. Heavy pressure. He's done. Ball's on the ground. Coldwater football.
Oh, man. Got a little too tricky there, I think, trying to run that, run the fullback lead.
Well, as you say, the bakery door was kicked in. Just had it out there wide, and then it was grabbed and pulled out. A lot of pursuit right there by the Coldwater defense.
Going back in.
Yep, so they've got it 1st and 10 right at the 25-yard line. He's going to roll out, pump fake, fires it out off the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete. It looked like he was trying to fire that ball out to Craig Wellman.
And Wellman was wide open. He just tried to throw that on the run with that sore wing. He just couldn't put enough zip on it.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
But Hoying, they probably need restraints to keep him off the field right now.
Oh yeah. And he's still holding that arm kind of gingerly.
Very, very gingerly.
Snap comes to him. He's going to call his own number. Got a little bit of room. He falls down just shy of the 30 at about the 28-yard line.
Well, he's not running as hard as he was earlier. You can tell he's very, very tentative with that sore right shoulder.
Actually, they'll mark him at the 29, so we'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. Coming up on the 6-minute mark here, left in the 3rd quarter. 35-31 is your score. Reading on top of Coldwater. Motion to the far side. Looking downfield, tries to step up, fires out of the pocket, looking downfield still, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. And a flag, and I cannot believe that that's going to be called.
With a running quarterback, and he's
Kraling was on his tail and pushed him out of bounds, and they're going to call that. I really can't believe that. Kraling had him inbounds and didn't even push him.
Oh, that was a very, very bad call there.
I usually don't like to say much about the officials, but you know what? What's the old saying?
Right.
If it's called
I mean,
spade,
that
a spade.
wasn't nothing right. They weren't. Nobody.
He didn't even hold on to him. He let go of him.
That was just a terrible, terrible flag there.
Well, I think the folks in the booth agree with us that saw that replay. Nonetheless, it's 1st down at 10. Ball spotted at the 50. Looking across. Tries to fire. Nope. He's going to step up in the pocket, looking downfield. Now he's got a receiver. Oh! That's picked off by Gertz.
Well, Dave, there is a football god, and he will give you the ball back if you're just patient enough.
Well, I tell you what, he looked out originally to the near sideline. There was a couple crossing routes coming out here on the near side. He didn't like what he saw. He rolled out. He hit his man right in the hand.
On the numbers, yeah.
And Gertz ends up coming with the football. So,
Dave, you know,
that was Andy Motor once again. We've called his number a lot. Unfortunately, not in the right spot.
But you know, as an official, you got to let these guys play, especially when you got a running quarterback and he gets a little shove going out of bounds.
Well,
he's got to expect that, but he really didn't take a shove. You
know what? Even Dwayne, if I look at that and say that's a passing quarterback, that was unfronted love there. It was nothing. So Haynes tries it over the right-hand side. He's pushed back. He picks up a yard on the play. But I agree with you. I mean, a running quarterback, yeah. If he's willing to run the football, as this guy's been all night, he deserves, or I should say, you should understand he's a running back. He should be able to take that
shot. And
how
many times does he look like he was going out of bounds and then turned it back up the sideline?
Right.
If he's going to do that, then he has to be realizing that he's going to take a shot.
Right. And then at Kraling, but always just runs him out of bounds and lets go of it.
Right.
Well, we got Pike back in his quarterback. That ball's tipped. It's picked off.
Wow.
By Dan Caney.
So we've got turnovers happening on both sides of the ball.
Well, you notice they substituted Pike in as a quarterback. Saw his man, Blevins hook up.
He tried to force that in there into double coverage.
Blevins on the tackle, but
while they're doing, they did to Blevins what Gary thought they would do. They double covered him that time, and Pike threw into that coverage, and came and turned the ball over.
Spread with motion to the near side. Takes it. They're going to run a reverse to the far side.
Oh, nice block.
A little bit of running room. Spread. Oh, nice job defensively. Looked like number 59.
59, Andrew Carpenter.
That's the guy you like.
Yep. He did a good job.
Stayed at home.
Stayed at home. There was a nice block there, nice seal block coming from the backside, but he just closed on Carpenter, closed on him. Good job of Johnny Gertz being out there to help mop that up.
Yeah. So they actually lose a yard on the play. It'll bring them a 2nd down and 11. They got a whole lot of receivers on the near side. Looking downfield, has a man. Catch is made. He's about knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line.
Redding's got to start rapping here, rapping and attacking.
Wellman on the reception there. He had a lot of time when he rolled out to throw that football.
Well, they're thinking run. They're thinking run, but if you're Reading, you know, I don't think Coldwater's going to want to risk getting this kid beat up running that ball.
Well,
All he's
they
going to need is a couple
quads
good shots.
to the far side of the field.
A couple good shots from the linebackers, and he's going to be.
Here he comes up the middle. Running. He's got nothing. The Blue Devils stand him up and sit him down at the midfield strike.
Right. He's tentative, Dave. He's not running hard like he was. He's feeling that wing.
Well, they're actually going to give him forward progress to about the 47-yard line. But yeah, he is not the same runner he was in the first half.
Well, 4th down. Let's see if Coldwater they put on the gambling hat themselves.
Well, they got 3 yards to go to get the first. Once again, they send forward to the far side. Going to roll that way, looking downfield. Heavy pressure. Looks down, fires it out. Got a man. Oh, knocked away by
Good
Kurt.
job.
I'll tell you what, he almost came up with the INT.
But he didn't want to pick that one off. You want to bat that one down. I think he thought about that when he was coming down and said, wait a minute, it's 4th down. Get that thing out of here. I don't want to touch that thing.
Hot potato.
Watch him right there. He says, oh.
So turnover on downs, and the Blue Devils have it at their own 47-yard line.
To get back on track and get that score yet the second half.
Well, Tony Pike is back in the quarterback. He'll take the snap. They fake the give. They give it to Blevins.
Oh, nice block.
Good block on the corner. He turns and picks up about 3 yards on the play.
Nicholas Senek just really put a nice hammer on that corner and dropped him right in the dirt. Watch the Senek right out here if we can see it. Boom, yeah. He knocked him right down. But we got to get the linemen out there on them screens. The linemen's got to pull out there. They get 2 linemen out there and hitting them safeties and corners.
And I didn't like that pass in the first place, Dwayne, because of the fact that he threw from the near hash mark all the way to the outside of the
field.
And
that one gets
picked. That's a pick. That's 6.
That's a pick. That you're exactly right. You're then playing catch up.
Well, they got 3 guys on the line of scrimmage. Going out, firing across the middle. Blevins makes the catch.
Man.
He's across the middle.
He's gone. They will not catch him. He got him. Where did he come from? How did he do that?
Blevins ran a short post
in the middle.
It got all the way down inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line.
Jay Miller tracked him down. He tracked him down like a
catch.
That was a super catch. Well,
man, he just
watch Jay
accelerated.
Miller come after him. I thought there's no way Jay Miller's going to catch him, but he kind of broke stride, ran out of gas there a little bit.
Like a trotter.
Yep.
Blevins is hot here.
Well, they're 1st down and goal to go from the 8. And the full house is behind them.
That pass there puts Blevins well over.
The option. Gertz trying to turn the corner.
He ain't got nothing.
No running room. He smothered under at the 10. He lost 2 yards. Gertz had nothing, Dwayne, right there.
That play took way too long to develop. He's got to those running backs have got to step up in there, and he's just got to follow them. They let him string it out. He's got to follow number 5 up in there. Number 5 missed a block. He's got to follow him right up in there. And Ryan York's got to hit the guy and maintain.
So to bring up a 2nd down and goal to go from the 10-yard line.
Look at this. Look at Caldwell just to
once again, the full house. I don't know if
movement.
Wow. Well, the entire backfield was not on the same
Well, we know
page.
which way they was going. They was going left. But they can't let that ball string out. They got to step up and look for that lane, that cutback lane.
I didn't like the fact that they were calling full house from 10 yards out.
Right.
I think that's too far to call that formation.
Right. I think the spread works much better for them. It gives the quarterback a lot more. It gives him more options. He's got more options to go to.
So they're going to come back up to the line of scrimmage from that semi-sugar huddle, and they're going to do what we're talking about. They're going to send 3 to the near side, 1 to the far. And guess what? Mr. Haynes, Mr. Caldwell rolled to the near side, looking downfield, fires it out in the flat, catch is made. They're going to be knocked out at about the 6-yard line.
I come back with the same thing.
Well,
You got Coldwater who can run the ball.
I'm asking
if he
you
sees
this
a lane,
right now, where it's how many down territories? 35-31. 3 points makes it 38.
You put one shot in the end zone. If not, you kick the ball and they have to tie you.
So you got to guess that they're going to run this ball to the right side and try to put it back in the middle for Khan.
Look at the tight end dump. Tight end dump's going to be there.
They fake
There it is.
Oh, Caldwell got to get outside. He's got a running lane. Fires in the back of the end zone. Lures Barnes with a touchdown.
Right. They spread them out. But at the tight end, the tight end was hot on that play. The tight end came out and was covered. But when he rolled back out, it opened up Larius Barnes in the corner of the end zone.
Look at Larius Barnes right there. He just said, "Throw me the football," and he makes the catch.
Crucial. But Nicholas Senek was lined up in that end position, and he was the hot receiver in that formation.
Connor, important. Up. Oh!
I bet he can't do that again. Well, it's still a 10-point game.
Important, yeah. As you said, 41-31. We got 5:30 to go. Regardless, it's still a two-possession, two-score game for Coldwater. With that, let's check down on the sidelines with Gary Bruns. Turn to me, I can't hear you. We obviously have a little bit of audio problem with Gary.
Yep. You got me now?
Yeah.
There we are.
Okay. Barnes released from the tight end spot all the way across the field. They tried dragging him across with man coverage. What happened was once the quarterback got outside, to spot Barnes after he sat down. Sitting down.
Well, I guess Gary got a hold of Bill's batteries I had out there for him, and those were meant for Bill.
Are those the Harvard Hour batteries?
Don't start. I'm back on again. Don't start with the Harvins.
It's all in jest, man.
Hey, only Bill could knock all the zap out of an Energizer bunny.
And we mean that kind-heartedly way. Down to the 7. The 20, 25, a little bit of a lane. It's across the 30, and he's going to be muffed under right at about the 33-yard line. So that's where Coldwater will have it with 5:22 to go in this game. They're down by 10, 41-31. They've got to put a TD on the board right now. Or at least 3 points. Dwayne to try to go ahead and do the onside kick and get it. They got motion to the near side of the football field. Moyne looks down the field. Got plenty of time. Fires it out. Deep flat. Oh, that was caught. I thought that was in.
Wow, that was great coverage there, too. How he came up with that ball. I'll tell you, Craig Wellman, just good concentration.
So Wellman's reception gives him enough for a first down, and a big pickup right there, Dwayne, as it's inside Blue Devils territory all the way down to the 44.
James Conner was on him like a cheap suit. I'll tell you, Hoying didn't look like he had any problem with the wing that time.
Cover 2, fellas. Redding's in cover 2. Keep everything in front of you.
Motion to the far side of the field. Little misdirection.
They're going to throw out of this.
Like a pass to the backside to the quarter. Picked off!
Oh!
It dropped.
Connor was waiting on that one.
Man, he stepped up, Dwayne. I thought he had it. I'm going to pick off, and he ended up dropping the football.
He was waiting on that one. I think he was licking his chops too much, and his hands got slippery.
Well, he catches that. He's gone.
Yep.
That's just good coaching on Reading there. They've seen that play, and those guys all week long in practice have seen that play. They knew that was coming.
2nd and 10. Coldwater. Moyne takes a snap. Looking downfield, steps up through the pressure. Still looking downfield. Heavily pursued by Kraling. Kraling will end up running him out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
And Hoying, that time, you know, he goes out of bounds. I think if his shoulder's not sore, he tries to make a move and turns it up and tries to do something with it. But right now, He's just unable to do that.
You know what, Dwayne, I really like this right now with what Reading's doing with the cover 2 here. They're forcing them to take the short stuff. You want to move it down the field, fine, but you're going to move it down slow. And remember the timeout situation.
They've only got
if I'm not
one
mistaken,
left.
they only got one left.
Well, that's what Kenny Miner's telling them. The clock is your friend. The clock is your friend.
Keep them in front of you.
They roll out to the left side of the formation, looking downfield, steps up, fires the ball, catch is made at the 20. And he's going to be, ball's on the ground. Who's got it?
No, they stripped that ball, but they came up with it.
Yeah, number 30 dives right on that ball. Andy Motor gets a good call this time. Well, that's Big Jay Miller. That's the guy who saved that touchdown earlier.
So a big twist of fate in favor of Coldwater as they send a receiver to the near side, loads him up for 4, quarterback keeper. A lot of green space to run in. Turns the corner, trying to cut it back in. Touchdown, Coldwater. So there's your 6 points real quick right now, 41-37.
Reading squanders 2 opportunities. They shake a ball loose, and Jimmy Connor's got a chance, Connor's got a chance for an easy pickoff.
Nice job of Hoyne there, turning inside. Little face mask, but he's down. Geyer's extra point.
Now you see how big that missed extra point is.
Very important right now. Is up.
Blocked.
Oh, wow.
I think somebody got a hand on that, but it still went through.
That ball sniped its way through. Somehow with 4:27 to go, now all of a sudden it's 41-38.
Well, Reading's got to get a couple first downs out of this. They got to have a nice drive. I don't think they need to come out and do anything different than what they've been doing.
Or do you think Coldwater's going to go for the onside kick?
No.
All right. Hey, Gary, what do you got?
Well, I don't believe Coldwater's going to go onside either, but the one thing you got to guard against, don't go into a shell here. Your offense has moved the ball all night. Have faith in your receivers. Have faith in your quarterback to make good reads. They'll be all right. Spread the field. Don't bunch up and go into that power formation because Coldwater's blown that up a couple times. They showed they can't do that. Hold on to the football. You should be okay, even if you have to turn it over to your defense with 2 minutes to play. Let them win it for you then.
Well, Geyer takes the football, and he'll tee it up at the 40-yard line. Folks, this is a good one. Reading's receivers are all the way up to the 20-yard line. Expecting Geyer not to be able to get a foot in this. Now they're all the way up to the 25.
Coaches would take that right now in this situation?
Yes.
Exactly. So just go ahead and play it like you're.
Oh, that ball's incomplete. That was a bad